Afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to NBA Trade Deadline Thursday. You already know who it is. It is your boy Louis Velez, and I am back once again with another banger with yet another video. What are you guys doing, man? Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell to always receive the latest and greatest content from your boy, as I always try to provide for you guys. I want to thank you guys for always taking the time to watch my videos. Make sure to like and share this video as soon as you're done watching. Hope everyone is having a wonderful Thursday, man. It's almost the weekend. Hope everybody is having a wonderful and blessed day. So, on to today's topic. So, I'm watching FS1, and Broussard happens to come right into the studio. Sits in his little spot right across from Jenny, and then you got Skip to his right and Shannon to his left. And the topic is on if the Lakers are losing hope that they can still engage in Anthony Davis trade talks. So Broussard said that if he was the Lakers, he would not gut his roster to get Anthony Davis. He said he would love for Anthony Davis to be on the Lakers because he thinks it would be good for the league. But he just doesn't think that it's the right thing to do to gut their entire roster just to get a generational player. So here comes arguably number one LeBron fanboy that there is in the mainstream media, Shay, Sharpe, comes back at Chris and basically says that they should do everything in their power. I will gut my whole team because we don't care. Like, yeah, we definitely going to need Anthony Davis to come to our team. We definitely need him, right? Broussard once again tells Shannon that why would I want to destroy my team roster just to get one player? Because now the Lakers are going to have all these uncertainties of who they can sign for the rest of the season. If I'm the Lakers and if I'm the Pelicans, I wait this thing out. You got to ask yourself to Magic, is it really worth destroying your roster just to get one player? Because LeBron already went on TV, said that he's not in control of trade talks. You see, this is what I'm talking about. You see? LeBron undermines these decisions with Rich Paul, but then goes on TV and says, I'm not a part of this, I'm not a part of this, and I'm not part of this. That's the problem. He takes himself out of everything, knowing that he's the reason why these Lakers don't want to play with him. Because he's the one that put him in the news. They didn't ask to be in the news. Okay, that some of these guys have not lived up to expectations. But again, if you have a teammate who puts you in the news subliminally, indirectly, through social media, and then the media makes a story out of it, you honestly think that these guys are really going to want to care playing with you? No. So Chris goes on and basically says that, if I'm the Pelicans, he said, I'm loving this. He said, let me just weigh it out and see what the Boston Celtics could offer, what the Knicks could offer if they get a top 1 or top 2 pick, for the NBA draft coming up this year. Possibly looking at Zion Williamson to see if they could package a deal. The Boston Celtics possibly packaging a deal where they could send Tatum. Because I told you guys, Danny Ainge isn't going to gut his roster just to get Anthony Davis for a rental. He's going to weigh it out, and he's going to tell Dell Demps, I'm going to finesse your ass and make sure that I send the right amount of players so that I can get Anthony Davis. And then it's hoping that Kyrie re-signs. So then you have a generational guard and you have a generational big man on their team. And yet, Shannon is making all these claims as a fanboy, talking about, yeah, we going to get AD, we going to get Anthony Davis, right? So what did Chris do? He murdered, straight up ethered Shannon Sharpe on First Take today. He told him, he says, you have to be kidding me if you honestly think that AD is worth sending 4 or 5 guys with a bunch of draft picks. Because this is why also I say that Broussard, even though he at times makes good points in terms of comparing Jordan to LeBron, I still call him a LeBron James fanboy. But he's actually right in this regard. There's no way that I'm going to be that desperate to get one player by sending 4 players in draft picks. You put yourself in a position where you can actually make smarter moves without really giving up too much. But yet, this is what Shannon and the fanboys want to do because they honestly believe that just with Anthony Davis and LeBron, that they can actually win a championship. And Broussard said that it's not happening this year. And I agree with him. It's not going to happen. And Magic is in a bind. It's really going to be hard for him to pull a deal off. And to get a deal done, they're going to have to involve a third team. And it's just not going to happen. But Shannon Sharpe don't want to hear that because he's too biased and too blind and too in his feelings. And Chris Broussard, actually, he contradicted himself because earlier in the season, he was praising those young guys. And he talked about the potential, and he said about the strengths of Ingram and Lonzo and Kuzma and Josh Hart and what good pieces they have. But now he's saying, I'm not going to, if I'm the Pelicans, I'm not taking that Lakers garbage. So wait a minute, Chris Broussard. You earlier in the season was praising these young kids and talking about the potential that they have with the kind of talent that LeBron has. LeBron, it has pretty well good talent, more than he had in Cleveland. These were your words, Chris Broussard, in the beginning of the season. These were your words. But now you come on Undisputed today and say, those guys are garbage and they're not worth a lick to trade for if I'm the Pelicans, if I'm going to send Anthony Davis. See the contradiction there? This contradiction has been happening for years. This is the same Chris Broussard that said the Cavaliers can compete with the Golden State Warriors when they got Derrick Rose, Jay Crowder, Isaiah Thomas, even though he wasn't healthy, and Dwayne Wade. And they got Jeff Green and said that they can compete with these guys because they have bodies that they could throw at Kevin Durant. Then they trade half of their roster when they realized that the roster had chemistry issues. And even when they made that trade to get that young, fresh blood and energy with Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance Jr. and Rodney Hood and George Hill, what did they say? Oh, these guys are going to follow LeBron's lead, and it was the Boston Celtics funeral. And I mentioned that in many videos. And what happened? They got swept in the NBA Finals. Because then it went from, oh, we knew they weren't going to beat the Golden State Warriors. Yet they had Golden State Warriors in Game 1 and they had them on the ropes. It's like what the media says to what you see are two different things a lot of times, all to try to fit a narrative. And Chris Broussard, even though he has a point, he tried to control the narrative right there. But I see right through you, Chris Broussard. This is why sometimes you make credible points and you do know basketball, but at the same time, you are a LeBron James fanboy. It's no question about it because you've been begging LeBron to get AD to go to the Lakers. And you said it yourself, it'd be great for the league. But then he mentions about the Lakers' record without LeBron James. They go 6-12 without LeBron in the 18 games he missed. Once again, wasn't Kyle Kuzma in and out of the lineup and he has a hip flexor injury? As I mentioned in other videos, isn't Lonzo Ball out right now with an ankle injury? Wasn't Rajon Rondo out of the lineup with a hand injury? Wasn't McGee in and out of the lineup as well? I just named 4 guys, and they continue go with the Lakers have lost 12 out of 18 games without LeBron James, with guys in and out of the lineup. And then Shannon Sharpe said, what were your New Orleans Pelicans without Anthony Davis? And Chris Broussard goes, that doesn't make any sense. Yo. Yo, Chris Broussard's face, man, was got me dying, man. And it's like, he's exactly right. Shannon makes no damn sense. Like, what does that narrative have to do? We're talking about the Lakers without LeBron, and you're talking about what the Pelicans were without AD. So now you're trying to boost up AD. First of all, Anthony Davis, as great of a player as he is, this guy has just as much as injuries as a long list on a Rite Aid receipt, okay? Like, this guy has been so injury prone, he hasn't been able to stay healthy. And I got to tell you, Chris Broussard just eked, molly-whopped the living hell out of Shannon Sharpe on First Take. And you ever notice that Shannon Sharpe, when he makes a point and he thinks he's on point, always he pops like his head to the side like he dropping dimes over here, like he dropped a jewel? No, man, you dropped the BS, my friend. Just straight up BS. Doing all you can to talk about how we gonna get AD, we gonna get Anthony Davis. You gonna see he gonna be on the Lakers and we gonna go all the way to the land, win a championship. Kevin Durant was proven right in his comments about the toxicity in the environment that surrounds LeBron James. Shannon Sharpe, with his comments, And his attitude just proved it to you. He showed you why it happens around LeBron James. He showed it. And that's what makes it so funny. That's just so funny, man. All right, so once again, take a listen to this as you hear. We're gonna play the part around the 440 mark, and I want you guys to listen to exactly what Chris Broussard says right about here. So take a listen.
That's part of it. No, all of it. No, I gave you basketball reasons. Let's break it down. These Lakers that he's offering were a 35-win team with Julius Randle. Okay, without LeBron. They're like 18, they're 6 and 12 this year without LeBron. What makes me think they're gonna be so much better in New Orleans? What are y'all without Anthony Davis? That doesn't make sense. You make it sense. I don't want the Lakers garbage.
Yo, let me run that back.
Is going to say no. I think that's part of it. No, all of it. No, I gave you basketball reasons. Let's break it down. These Lakers that he's offering were a 35-win team with Julius Randle. Okay, without LeBron. They're like 18. They're 6 and 12 this year without LeBron. What makes me think they're going to be so much better in New Orleans? What are y'all without Anthony Davis? That doesn't make sense. You make it sense. I don't want the Lakers garbage. And Anthony Davis don't want to be with you. Fine. Chris, you just wrote off Lonzo.
So basically, Chris Broussard made Shannon look like a fool, man. Like, this is why Shannon Sharpe needs to just lose his license in talking about basketball. Chris is absolutely right on this. He talked about the record, and he basically said why he would not want to take the Lakers. He will not take those players. It's like he said, what makes you think that these guys are really going to be that much better if they haven't proven anything under Luke Walton in a similar system? Because if you guys remember, both Luke Walton and Alvin Gentry were both assistant coaches under Steve Kerr, who comes from the Phil Jackson tree and the Greg Popovich tree in terms of his mental approach to coaching. They run similar systems. So what makes you think it's going to be that much different with Luke Walton compared to Alvin Gentry? Chris Broussard is absolutely right. And yet here Shannon Sharpe talking about what was your record without Anthony Davis? Like, what does that have to do with what the Lakers are without LeBron? What are you trying to say with that? Shannon Sharpe cracks me up, but that dude's a fool. Straight up fool. Yo, that reaction by Chris Broussard had me dying, man. But, yo, once again, man, this is your boy Lewis, man. You know, once again with another video. Let me know what you guys think about the comments right there made by Chris Broussard. Is he right? Like, is it really worth it trying to gut your team roster if you know that these guys are really not going to be playing at about the same, if not probably even worse than they were right now? Going to New Orleans if they were trying to trade for Anthony Davis. Once again, if I'm the New Orleans Pelicans, I'm gonna look AD in his unibrow and say, look, man, you want to do this crap about signing the Clutch Sports and you want to come out here requesting a trade when you're the one who signed the contract to be with us? This is what we're going to do. Since you want to go in public and demand the trade, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have your ass sit to let you know who's in charge. And if you want to play with LeBron, you can go with LeBron in 2020 when he's about turning 36 years old in that season. Or if we find a better deal, which I think we can probably this offseason, whatever deal we find, we're definitely going to ship you out. And if you want to go play with LeBron then by the end of your contract, so be it. Do it. But if I'm the Pelicans, I will not take that deal because I'm pretty sure that there are much better deals out there instead of just getting the Lakers players. Because like Broussard said, if they haven't performed to the capabilities that they can, even though I think those guys are talented, they're just playing in the LeBron James system, in my opinion. What makes you think they're going to be that much better going to New Orleans? And Shannon Sharpe trying to praise about this, how AD is a generational player, which he is. But again, AD has averaged a crazy amount of points, crazy amount of rebounds, but it hasn't related to winning. And what's unfortunate about Anthony Davis is he's been hurt just as much as those other players have been hurt on his team. So the fact that they're trying to make it seem like if AD's done everything possible, other guys have been hurt on that team too, and AD has been hurt. AD really hasn't played full seasons like that. He really hasn't been healthy. So once again, let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. This is your boy Lewis once again, man, checking with another video. Like, subscribe, hit that noti. Love and appreciate you guys, man. Have a wonderful, blessed Thursday afternoon, man. Bless up. One love, man. Peace. Thanks for watching.